Hello guys, welcome to another day with Zimaleta, and you guys been asking me for more sprinter videos because a lot of you guys are following me and watching my videos and really like in my comment section, and you guys know I'm in the comment section as well. Well, in today's video I'm bringing you another sprinter video. The sprinter that I have with the hood open in the back, this is actually the sprinter that wasn't starting, and a lot of you guys been asking me what happened to the sprinter, like did you get it started or anything like that. But the truth of the matter is, guys, I haven't touched it since I made those videos, and that was like two days of work. Not necessarily 2 days because they were not really full days. All the video that I've taken, I split it up, and you know, it wasn't working, so I kind of left it at that because I'm really busy, guys. I have like so much stuff going on, and not to mention all that other stuff. I'm running an expediting business, and I call it a business because I do treat it like a business, and I try to accept the right rates that will keep me in business from years to come. This is why I've been in business for 10 years. This is why I've bought all this stuff just on a regular expediter's pay, nothing extravagant, you know. But also, this would not be all possible if I wasn't fixing my own sprinters. So if you guys are new to my channel and you kind of wondering who am I, I'm just a normal type of guy. I know how to work on sprinters. I don't consider myself a mechanic, even though I know probably more than some mechanics do on these sprinters. A lot of mechanics gonna, you know, don't get me wrong, they're gonna know way more than I am. But the mechanics that I have seen, that I've talked to over the years, because I didn't know how to fix my sprinter, you know, they were clueless. I'm telling you guys. And the reason is why they're clueless, because you know, when I had a starting issue like this van is having, it has taken them a month to just figure out, you know, what the heck is wrong. And ultimately, I know what they did to get it running, but it's ridiculous. You know, the parts are like so simple to try to, you know, figure it out, because I let them do whatever they needed to do in order to get my van running. So if you guys have a van that's not running and you have a mechanic working on it and still not fixed, man, believe me, I totally, you know, I feel you, okay? So if you're trying to fix your own sprinter, you know, that's not running, this is not going to be that video to get it fixed. But what this will allow me to do is to get closer to the point where we could start replacing certain parts, to start, you know, finally testing it. Is it this part? Is it this part? Will I be throwing parts at it? Yeah, I will be. Why? Is because sometimes the sprinters, they're kind of confusing, and yeah, maybe I'm clueless too, because actually this van is not throwing any codes, okay? The only code is, well, not throwing any codes. Yes, it's throwing one code. It has to be a crankshaft position sensor code, and believe it or not, guys, 2 shops have replaced this crankshaft position code. If you guys haven't seen my other videos, that's it. And the transmission control module was missing after one of the shops that it was in, so I don't know what happened there. It wasn't mine at that point. I'm not sure, and plus the original owner of this van wasn't driving, he had a driver. So it's either the driver has made a claim on the part, you know, and just took it for himself, or maybe the shop. I kind of, as much as I, you know, like as I would, you know, as that shop ripped that guy off, I mean, they really did a number on this guy. Oh, it was ridiculous. So that's why I ended up with the van. He couldn't actually talk to them anymore. They wouldn't talk to him. It was an impossible situation. They were going to try to keep his van. You know, that's how bad it was. But did they take it? I don't know. I'm not going to say that they did. I mean, what kind of shop is stupid enough to keep a part that you could get for like 150 bucks used online, you know, beats me. So I don't think that's an idea. Did a driver take it? That's also like something that owner of the sprinter cannot say, because he was a good driver. He was seemed like he was a pretty honest guy. The only thing is, after he quit working, because this van broke down, he quit working. He wasn't fired. I thought he was. He wasn't fired. He was looking for like another van for him, you know, and he would actually, you know, he actually did buy another van, but he couldn't get in touch with the guy. So maybe he took the part and ran with it. You know, was it worth his job? Probably not, you know. So anyways, guys, let's get to it. I don't like to really get off track, and I'm getting off track. What am I getting ready to do here, really? I'm actually getting ready to disassemble this entire front end. We're gonna remove the grill. We're gonna remove the radiator support from this van, and all that stuff. We're gonna just get all that stuff loose. So why am I actually doing that? Well, first of all, I'm gonna use the radiator from this van, and I'm gonna use the AC condenser. I'm gonna put it on my van because chances are this stuff is still good. My AC condenser was bought brand new after 40,000 miles. Little rock hit it, punched a hole in it. Was I following too closely to a truck? I don't think so. I usually don't try to follow too close to like any kind of commercial vehicles like that. I keep back. I mean, I really keep back, guys. And I'm driving like 63 miles an hour to 65. So, but I'm in the right lane. I'm out of anybody's way. Could I go more? Sure. But I choose to keep it about 65, and that's how I drive. But a rock still end up hitting it nevertheless and puncture a hole in it. I don't feel like buying a brand new AC condenser. Am I cheap like that? Sure. I have all these other vans and I'm thinking, look, some of them, they're just sitting here. They got various problems. Like that one in the back that you're seeing right there, that van's running. It's got a bad head gasket. It's got a little sound that it's making in the radiator. So I'm gonna replace the head gasket on it. I don't have time to really get to that van. I'm planning to get to it sometime in the winter, but there's a lot of things I'm planning to get in the winter time. I'm talking about like January, you know. Will I get to it? Who knows? You know, if I'm making a video on it, sure, I'm gonna try to make it to it. But this particular van is all it is. It's just it's not starting. It quit running. It's not starting. It could be various things that's wrong with it. Could it be air in the diesel fuel lines? Sure. Could it be? Well, it's definitely not the fuel rail. I've replaced the fuel rail on it. You know, so it's right now we're down to three things. It's either fuel injectors, or it's high pressure fuel pump. So, or main bearings inside of the crankshaft. Maybe that's why it's throwing a code. Maybe that's why it's throwing that crankshaft code. Maybe it's not spinning fast enough and it's throwing the code. But it's also throwing the code because you keep rotating the starter and just, you know, it's gonna throw a code by you just doing that. You know, just saying, okay. But I will not talk about like many crankshaft codes and whatnot because that's like for another video. But you know, I'm just trying to explain as much as I can because for the rest of this video, it's just gonna be pretty much time lapse. I'm just gonna be really taking stuff up as quickly as I can to try to, you know, disassemble it. But getting to the point of me using a radiator and AC condenser, I need to basically pull the stuff out anyways because to replace a high pressure fuel pump, sure, you don't have to replace it. You could just simply, you'll need to remove your headlights, of course. So I'll be removing headlights. You need to remove your headlights because part of the radiator support, the bolts are mounted right behind the headlights, so you really can't get to them unless you remove the headlights. I mean, thankfully it's only 4 bolts to get rid of each one. So I'm gonna try to get rid of them, probably have them kind of hang to the side, that way they're out of my way and I could just put them right back. You know, they're not gonna be like in my way to do anything else. But high pressure fuel pump, yeah, high pressure fuel pump. It's a mechanical fuel pump, and it's basically as you're rotating the engine, that's actually what's sucking all the you know, fuel up in the system, and you know, it does that. And I could hear what you guys are saying. Maybe it's another mechanical fuel pump that's inside of the fuel tank. I don't know. Could be. For that, we'll need like a fuel pressure gauge to try to test it. You know, and I will test the compression on this van. You know, once I actually get to the point where I want to do more. I do want to test the compression for myself to know what it is. But we don't need radiators to get this van started. So I'm gonna pop the radiators off. I'm gonna try to replace it with a high pressure fuel pump. Not in this video, but probably like the next video, I'm gonna try to install a high pressure fuel pump. And we'll see if it starts with that high pressure fuel pump. Will it start? Probably not. What I could tell, this is why I'm thinking it's main bearings. What I could tell is it is rotating kind of slow. This is a really, really brand new battery. I'm telling you, I bought it from a parts store. I bought a good one. You know, that's, I can't remember the voltages on it, but it's a good one. It should start it just fine. But the rotation is really slow. So a lot of you guys started saying, well, maybe it's the same case like you had in one of your videos where it was rotating slow and it was due to the pulley and the alternator was locked up. And I kind of thought, why didn't I think of that? So I removed the belt, and we got the belt right here. I removed that last time in the last video just to try to see if that's what it is. Unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, it's not the alternator, it's the pulley spinning. So I decided to test every other pulley. All those other pulleys are spinning. So from my experience, the other van that I have is the parts one back there. It's that one right there. That's a parts one. that I have sitting there. I already pulled out a lot of stuff off that van. It's got no no engine, no transmission, no drive shaft. It's got a rear differential. Even though I pulled it off, I put another one back there because I'm using a rear differential for my silver van, the other silver van. I have like 2 silver vans that's operational now. I was gonna sell one, but I'm split. I'm keeping it. You know, I'm pretty much keeping it. I mean, if somebody offers me, you know, what I'm asking now, I'll sell it because I even started discounting a little bit from the price. And man, it's just not worth it to me. Is that van worth every penny that I want to ask for it, like $9,000? Probably not. Is it worth that to me? Yes, it is, because I ended up paying $5,000 for that Sprinter van, and I installed a brand new, well, not brand new, used rear differential, a drive shaft because that drive shaft was bad, new rear rotors and brakes with sensors. Not a big deal, but I installed it nonetheless. I installed brand new tail lights in the back. I installed a brand new grill in the front because that grill was messed up. I changed the hood on it because that hood was rusted out. Put another hood on it that wasn't rusted out. I replaced air vents. You know, like it had broken air vents. I replaced it with new ones. I've replaced a new electronical portion that's behind the steering. That's, you know, you used to do for your windshield washers, your headlights and stuff, because when you make a right turn signal, it would cut off the lights. Left one was okay, but the right one would cut the lights off. Strangely as it is, that's what the electronic part does. So I replaced it with another one. What else? Man, there's a lot of stuff I've replaced in that van. So that's all that. Then you guys seen, well, I don't have all the videos posted. I still have that project saved in a lot of my video files. I need to get to it, edit it. There's so much Bondo work I did to it. There's so much body work I did to it. Just getting rid of all the dings and dents, and it's still not done perfectly, but it's to the point where it's not embarrassing. You know, it's a nice looking van. It's just so much I did to it, guys, and that taken me months. And I know for a fact, I mean, when I expedite, I'm making between $2,500 and $3,000. Do I have bad weeks? Sure. You know, sometimes a week could be like $2,000. But even if you take a $2,000 week expediting, I mean, think about it. You waste a month, that's $8,000. And I've wasted more than a month in that van because the rear differential needed to be done. I mean, you know, it didn't take that long. I did that like in a week because at that time, that was my first time. And look, I had to drop a rear differential. And that particular one, it's a New York vehicle. The bolts was rusted out. It was terrible. Like, it was so hard to try to get to it. So yeah, I replaced all the bolts with the better ones and stuff. That system was like so stuck in there. I had to drop it, and I had to drop it from another van because I was replacing and swapping it out. Then I had to install it. Then I had to take a rear differential, install it on that one. So it's basically like 4 jobs. It's removing one, installing, removing, installing. So it's quite a lot. Then, you know, obviously I needed to remove another differential from another one of my van, the parts one, stick it on that one, you know, the silver one. So to me, I mean, even if it taken me a month, that would have been like $8,000 that I've lost, you know. And to be honest, that 2 sliding door like van, I was really excited about that thing because how many dual sliding doors Sprinters do you see? You just don't see that many dual sliding doors, guys. It's just, you know, I never seen it. You know, if you guys seen it, put in the comments below because I think it's kind of rare, and I thought it's kind of cool because a lot of times I like to decide to take the Sprinter on a vacation, like with my family and stuff, and my kids love it. And I actually bought a seat. I haven't got a chance to install it. Once I'm going to be installing it, I'm going to actually make a video. I bought a seat. It was a brand new seat that my friend has purchased, so it's one owner. He sold it to me because he sold his Sprinter, so he didn't need a seat anymore. He sold the actual rear seat for the 3 passengers. I'm thinking about installing it in my spare Sprinter. I'm just gonna call it a spare Sprinter because really that's what it is. And I'm gonna install it into that one, so my kids will have like seat belts and stuff. They could like buckle in and they could go with me like on vacations, you know. On the current Sprinter that I do have 2 seats. They're basically were removed from the front of the brand new Sprinter. Well, 2007 new body style Sprinter. One of my friends removed them and he just gave it to me, you know, and I basically installed them on the rear, on the back, and I made makeshift type of seat belts. So put the kids' car seats in them, and then they strap in with car seats, car seat belts and everything, and they love it. They love it. We just take it on vacation because my Sprinter does 26 and a half, sometimes 27 miles per gallon. Like even if it did 24, I would have been super pleased, you know. So that's really economical. Fortunately now, you know, the little SUV I got from my wife, it's a Nissan Rogue. Man, guys, that thing is so economical. It's supposed to only do like 26 highway, but it's doing like 30 miles highway, like 31. Like, it's crazy. I don't understand like how good it does, you know, because I calculate the fuel efficiency the proper way, so it's really surprising because it doesn't have that low mileage. It's a four-cylinder. That's probably why it's a four-cylinder, and it's only highway mileage that we're pretty much putting on it, because for me to get out anywhere from where I live in the country here, it's pretty much highway all the time, 55 miles an hour, so it's experiencing more highway mileage than anything else. We were taking it to the beach and back. It's a good little SUV. We actually love it because it's four-wheel drive. It's awesome. But anyways, talking about my sprinters and everything else, because this video is pretty much it's a little informative video, kind of like to my viewers. You might like a video like this because you want to see kind of like what I'm doing, what am I doing with this, what am I really doing, you know, that kind of thing. But really, I try to use everything that I have to the best of my ability. So you might ask, like, why would I actually end up keeping it out of the van if I could sell it? And that was something that it was really hard for me to make the decision, because I'm also getting my dealer license. So I could use the money to technically buy cars and flip them and make my money back, probably like, you know, twofold or whatever. But it's kind of like one of those things. I'm still an expediter at heart, okay? I'm still expediting. I'm not going to quit expediting, going delivering freight and stuff like that. I think that's just going to be part of my life. Will I do anything else on the side? Sure, you know. And one of the big advantages, guys, for me is I was able to save up over the years, and I was able to buy my own place. I have a pretty nice property here. I have like two properties next door to each other. One of them is a commercial zone, which is this one. And then I have my residential zone right next to it. So I'm really happy that I'm able to live debt-free. I don't have any mortgage. I'm not trying to like show off or be proud of it. This is something I want to also make videos on, to kind of like show you guys how you could get to that point, because I only seen, guys, one more other guy do it besides me that was a friend of mine, and he used nothing but a Chevy Express van, and he bought himself a really nice home, you know, and it was for cash. It was a bank foreclosure, and he beat me to it. And we were trying to, at the same, we both had that idea. Look, we could just save up and buy a house, and he beat me to it. He was working a little bit more than I did. I like to take some time off, you know, and that does not help, you know, trying to save up money. But anyways, I still, you know, I was behind him, like, I think like a couple years, and I still end up buying a house, and it's awesome. I mean, I love it. You know, it's not pretty, but I love it because I'm constantly like working on it and fixing stuff up, and you know, I just like to do it yourself type of stuff, guys. You know, it's time consuming, you know, I'm gonna give you that. Living in, you know, like an apartment or like rent or something, you don't have to really do nothing to the place. But I constantly have my hands full. I constantly have to do stuff, and I really like that. That's my heart. I like to fix stuff. I like to work on stuff, and that's just gonna be part of my life. And part of the things I like most is the freedom of doing it. And being an expediter, it does give me that freedom, because I could make some good money. I could come home, and I could use the time and money to try to work on other projects, because when I'm driving, I'm constantly brainstorming. I'm thinking, man, I could be doing this, or I could be doing that. So yeah, there you go. A video that I really don't want to go that much off topic, but I know this video was not going to be like that exciting of a video anyways, because all I'm doing is just time lapse in this video. I'm just going to take stuff apart. I just want to kind of talk to you guys. You guys are always talking to me like in the comment section. There's so much more videos I want to make for you guys, because, man, I want to talk about the expediting, how to get into expedite, the proper ways of doing it and stuff. Kind of like what I did to get to my point, because even though you might not want to copy me, you might get some good ideas from some of the things that I did, and you might decide to do it your own way. But I think